All right, so today we are going to be making a Disney favorite.
Yes,
Yep.
cheeseburger spring rolls.
Cheeseburger spring rolls. And Megan's going to let us know exactly what we have here on the table and what we're going to need to, what ingredients we need to use.
All right, so we're going to need some Worcestershire sauce, some mustard, vegetable oil, spring roll wraps, Velveeta cheese, half of a white onion.
Yum.
You're going to want to use the whole onion.
No.
Only half of the onion. And then some dill pickles and ground beef, which we have defrosting right now.
Yep.
So we're going to just hop right into it.
Yep.
So the first thing we're going to have to do is dice up half of this white onion. So I'm just going to do that right now. And I am not a professional cook, so please do not judge my dicing skills. All right, so half. Alright, so while our oven or stovetop is heating up, so we can ground the ground beef, I'm going to dice up some of these pickles, but I'm going to need you to open it.
Okay, let me open it real quick. There you go.
Nice. Alright, so the recipe says we need a half a cup of dill pickles, so I'm just going to pull out measuring cup and just keep dicing some of these dill pickles till we reach half a cup. Alright, all good. And we're going to set these aside until after the ground beef and onions are cooked.
Perfect. So now we're going to move right over to our Dutch oven here and start browning some ground beef. Now you don't have to have a Dutch oven to do this. This is just what we have right now, so we're just going to use it. And all we're going to do is just take the ground beef here. We keep ours in Ziploc bags to freeze it, and it works out pretty well for us. We just kind of flatten it before storing it in the freezer, and we are left with what looks like this.
And this should take about 7 to 10 minutes for all of this to cook up.
Let's take a peek to see how it's going. Still have a ways to go, but it is looking really nice, isn't it? I really do love the smell of onions.
Cooking.
Yep. Do we need to season this at all while it's cooking or no? Just salt and pepper?
The recipe says salt and pepper to taste. So
okay.
We can add a little bit right now.
Okay, yeah. You want to throw some kosher salt in there?
Oh, just add a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Maybe a little bit more salt. And this little tool, if you don't have one, get one, because we got this for $1 at the dollar store, and it's been like a lifesaver because I cook a lot with ground beef and it helps so much.
What does it do for you?
It helps break up the ground beef into like smaller pieces instead of having to use the spatula to like jab at it.
Yep.
This has like these little prongs over here, or whatever you want to call them, and they help out so much. You just smash it. It's kind of like a potato smasher, but for ground beef.
It looks like it's working really well.
Yeah. So that should be done in the next like minute or two. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the fat from the ground beef, and then we're going to add some Velveeta cheese. So the recipe calls for 6 ounces of Velveeta cheese. So I'm just going to cut off 6 ounces. And we're going to use this chunk, and we're going to store this maybe we'll make some pasta or mac and cheese with this later.
Yum.
Alright. Alright. So I'm just gonna drain out our Dutch oven to get all of the fat and grease out. Alright, and then we're gonna move this back.
You hungry, Jojo? You hungry, little girl?
Unfortunately, these have onions.
Yep.
So she can't have any.
No food for Josie.
Maybe she'll get a T-R-E-A-T later.
Maybe.
I can't say it out loud because she knows what it means. Alright, now I'm going to add our Velveeta cheese until that's nice and melted. I'm just going to break it up so it melts a little faster. It's going to be nice and cheesy.
Wow, and we're back, and it's only been about a minute, and look how melty it already is, right?
Yeah. Be sure you don't leave this like alone because this cheese will burn super quickly. Like any sort of dairy can burn, like if it's overheat for too long. So you want to babysit it while it's melting. We could probably, there's just one little chunk left to melt. And then we're going to start mixing the rest of our ingredients. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer our ground beef, onion, and cheese into a separate bowl. And then we're gonna add our mustard, Worcester sauce, and pickles to this mixture before rolling our spring rolls. So we already have our pickles that are all measured up, so we're just gonna dump this in and then mix this in. Whoa, I can smell that pickle. Just gonna mix that in. It's not the most appetizing thing right now.
Yeah, it is a pretty pickle heavy recipe, and I'm sure that if you didn't like pickles, you can do this without the pickles.
Definitely. And I've seen a few recipes where people use ketchup instead of mustard. We like mustard here, so you can change that out. I actually don't like Worcester sauce on like anything when we cook, but since the recipe says to use it, I'm gonna use it. I can't open the mustard. You need to open it.
I'll open it.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, good job.
All right. So we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of mustard, which sounds like so much mustard to me, but I'm gonna do it. We'll see. It's a lot of mustard. And mix that in. Oh goodness gracious. Oh my god, I smell it. That's a lot of mustard. By the way, this is the first time we've done this recipe, so we're just following what it said online. We're not professionals at all by any means.
But we will let you guys know if it did turn out good or bad at the end. So if it does turn out bad, we will say that it was not a good recipe.
And then maybe try a different one.
Right.
But, all right, and then 5 shakes. 1, 2, 3.
What do you guys classify as a shake? Let us know in the comments below. Tell us, what is that a shake?
It's a lot.
That might be it looks like a shake to me.
Okay, I did 3. I'm not doing more.
No more? 3 sounds like a good amount to me.
Okay, I'll do 1 more for good measure.
Okay, 1 more for good measure.
That's like, it like comes out really fast. All right. Fine, I'll follow the recipe.
Okay, 1 more.
That was 5. It's such a strong ingredient to me, like Worcester sauce. I don't know.
But it's used so commonly in most cooking, like steak,
yeah,
marinades,
meat,
everything.
Yeah. All right, so this mixture is done. The next thing we're gonna do is start rolling them into spring rolls and then frying them. So while you are rolling the spring rolls, I suggest you start heating your oil because it takes a little while for vegetable oil to heat up, or whatever oil you use for frying. So we're going to have that get started right now so it heats up by the time we're done rolling. Hopefully it's heated up enough.
So how much oil do we need for this?
So it says 1 to 2 cups, but then in the instructions it says fill 1/2 inch of vegetable oils. So I will measure so we're not doing too much, but I guess it's gonna depend on whatever pan you're using to get to 1/2 inch. So
by the way, we did just wash this pan from before, so make sure you wash your pan before you put the oil in there.
or use a separate one.
Right.
Well, we really like using our Dutch oven. So, let's see. Yeah, I think for this,
I'll do a little bit more. They said an inch?
half an inch.
Okay, then
So I
that's
think this is
probably
good.
half an inch. Yeah.
Two cups work for our Dutch oven. So if you have like a standard Dutch oven like we have, then it'll probably be enough.
Yep.
All right. So we're just gonna let that heat while we roll up our spring rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Popping in the back because everything that exploded out of our egg rolls is still cooking in the oil. But we got a few contenders. This one, and this one didn't explode. But all these guys kind of erupted like a volcano. And I went on Blue Dragon's website and it says you can fry these wrappers. So I'm not sure. Maybe we just did something wrong. But they got a little golden. I've noticed, David pointed out that as they've been cooling, they're browning a little bit more. So we're just gonna let them sit and cool down, and then we'll try them out.
Yep.
See if they taste good, or if it was a fail.
Yep, but we'll let you know. All right, so the reason we actually did this video was because we were challenged by our friends over at Adventures with Brie and Nick to do a Disney DIY, and in the background here we do have our spring rolls. So we are super excited to try them out, and we cannot wait to see what you guys do on your channel.
Okay, so we have our 4 spring rolls that did not explode. The other 4 are sitting over there very sad. We'll probably still eat them if they taste good because it's all about the taste, not how they look.
Right.
So let's dig in. I have a little bit of ketchup. I think
I'm just gonna go straight up. I'm just gonna grab one. I'm just gonna take a bite and see how it tastes. You know? You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
It actually tastes really good.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a McDonald's hamburger. Like
oh my gosh, a Big Mac. It does taste like a Big Mac.
It tastes a lot like a Big Mac, and that is not a bad thing. If you guys don't like Big Macs, then...
It does. It tastes... The sauce, the cheese, the mustard, and the Worcester sauce, that must be Big Mac sauce.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good, honestly. Let's take another one.
Yeah. Now that you said it, I can
really
get it
good.
out of my head.
It's really good.
With the onion and the pickle.
Not gonna lie. 100% would do again. They don't look the greatest, but...
No. But I think next time we'll just get some different wraps. But Walmart only sold these when we went. Right now, because of quarantine, like, stocks are super low.
Right.
And so I'll probably do a little bit more research on spring roll wraps. But these ones did work.
Yep.
For these 4 little guys.
Yeah, they work good.
The other ones exploded. I did look up that you can use egg yolk. If you mix up some egg yolk, you can use that as like a glue almost.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't,
right,
explode when you're frying it.
Maybe even some water on just the edges.
Yeah, just something to keep it from exploding. But the filling tastes great. They're a little chewy, but I think that it's because they're not as crisp.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm going to try it with a little bit of ketchup.
Yeah, try it. Make sure you let these cool, guys, because if you just bit into one of these after
it would be so hot.
These cooled for maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes for us, and they're still really hot. So be careful with that. The cheese will melt your mouth. So But other than that, we're just gonna finish these off and enjoy them. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good time.
I think so too.
All right.